Hey guys, and welcome back to the Heroes Global Summer Circuit. We have a little bit of a match change. We were supposed to cover Relics going up against Renovation, but they haven't finished their first game between Relics and Black Sheep 5. It's actually going to a game deciding number 3 here. So Black Sheep 5 took the first matchup. Relics came back strong in the second game. So now we are going into game number 3 of this best of 3 series. Of course, the winner of this matchup will get the 3 points. So the map is going to be Sky Temple, Black Sheep 5 against Relics. You know, Relics won't really have a break because after this, they'll be going straight into the match against Renovation. So it is going to be tough for them. For sure. As you can see here, both teams are now 1-1. This is, of course, in the other group. In this group, we have Relics, which came in second in Singapore, Black Sheep 5, the first seeding from Malaysia, Renovation, the first seeding from Philippines, as well as... Who's the last team? The second, Hothead Gaming, I believe, from Thailand. Yes, Hothead Gaming from Thailand, which was the second seed as well. Earlier, we saw GDG9 take a convincing 2-0 win over the Resistance, or these team names are getting so hard to remember. But yeah, they did get a 2-0 win over the Resistance, making themselves leveled on points with Sabun Gaming, who beat out Resurgence 2-0 earlier on as well. So this is currently the third matchup. Well, actually, it is still the second matchup, but it's going to a best of 3 series. So right after this, we will have Relics going up against Renovation 1 as well. So make sure you guys continue to stay tuned to that. If you're just tuning in, this is the Heroes Global Summer Circuit. My name is Arctic Shadow, and you are tuning into the C Regionals happening right now, where only one team will come out victorious to represent Southeast Asia in an all-expense-paid trip over to Sweden to play in DreamHack. So, yeah. Right now, we do see the draft going underway. So far, Tiranda is banned, along with the Keltas being banned out for Black Sheep 5. Thrall going to be picked up along with Faustad by Black Sheep 5, and this is a team that I have personally followed quite closely with. They are playing with a sub in Musica to replace Kinky Fairy, I believe, who has decided to retire from professional gaming and esports because of family reasons, if I'm not mistaken. So we will see Musica, who is from Vietnam, take part in this team instead of Kinky Fairy, which is interesting because Black Sheep 5 currently, I think, are the only team that has 2 players that are not in the regionals, in the sense, actually, their countries don't have their own regional qualifiers in Vietnam and Indonesia. So Dikeza from Indonesia and Musica, who is from Vietnam. So you can say it's an international team to an extent. So for those of you Vietnamese and Indonesian players, you guys can definitely support these teams because you do have representatives of your country in these teams. Relics, though, they are going to pick up the Uther as well as the Li Ming alongside their ETC first pick. So they do have that strong front line in that ETC. I would actually like to see, like, you know, these teams pick up Artis a little bit more, because I still think Artis is pretty viable right now in the competitive scene after, I mean, like, since they made the buffs and the changes in the recent patch. I think Artis has just become such an annoying hero to deal with. So yeah, going back into the draft. Oh, actually, Artis now being shadow picked, so they might be listening to the stream. So thank you guys. They do in fact pick up the Artis and the Muradin. This is interesting. They don't have their final support yet, though. Rhaegar is banned out along that Tiranda as well as Uther. So I think the final healer, I mean the support, is going to be a Malfurion or maybe even a Lily. It's really going to depend here. Relics, though, they do pick up the Uther themselves, along with, as mentioned, with the Li Ming, alongside their ETC. Who will be their final 2 pickups here? I think they definitely need another front line. I don't think they're going to go with a dual support combination here, considering they ban out Tira and Rhaegar. They could pick up the Tasada, I guess, but I don't think that is the way to go. So probably maybe pick up another front line in Stitches, or even maybe Anubarak. But this is a really interesting draft so far nonetheless. They might go with a double DPS in, you know, Greymane and Zul, in fact. But it does look like they are shadow picking the Zeratul as well. So probably going to pick up the Zeratul, which I guess is okay. I don't really see too many squishy heroes on Black Sheep 5 though. They do have Thrall, Arthas, and Muradin, which are 3 strong, heavy front lines and just going to be impossible to take down. They do finish it off with Tychus, and it does look like they are shadow picking the Malfurion, which I think is definitely the way to go here for BS5 nonetheless. They have a very heavy tanky lineup in Thrall, Muradin, and Arthas, so they wouldn't be bursted down that quickly. You know, they don't have a Tyrande over on Team Relics to give the Hunter's Mark as well, so Li Ming's Magic Missile Burst isn't going to be that crazy. So I think Malfurion is fine for the overtime heals instead. Honestly, I don't know what to make of this draft. It's a very peculiar draft. This is something that we have not seen before so far throughout the entire qualifiers up to regionals now. Black Sheep 5 going with a heavy front line in Muradin, Arthas, and Thrall. They're really tanky up front. They have quite a bit of sustain themselves as well. Malfurion to help along with the heals, and Falsa, not the strongest DPS, but of course still nonetheless a pretty good DPS himself as well. But as they always say, you know, maybe the 5 beard strat is the way to go here. So I think I have to give this to Black Sheep 5 just because it's a little bit more unorthodox. If you look at Relics, their draft, they have quite a few squishy heroes. Uther is going to try and keep Li Ming alive as best as he can. But their front line of ETC alone, I think, is going to have a pretty hard time going up against Black Sheep 5. The only problem I see BS5 having is that they don't really have anyone to cancel out ETC's Mosh Pit, aside from the Muradin and maybe Falstad's Mighty Gus. So that could be some trouble for BS5 themselves. I don't know. This is a really peculiar game. I don't really think I can give the draft to either team here from my end. I think it's pretty balanced because it's a bit unorthodox on both sides. So we're just going to have to see how the execution takes place and see how it goes between these two teams in the game. It is going to be Sky Temple again. This is the 3rd time we are covering this map. It seems like the go-to map of these regionals so far. Not too sure what were the first 2 maps played between these two teams, but we are going into it 1-1 with a score of 1-1 from both sides. So right now we're just waiting for the players to join up. Again, if you're just tuning in, welcome to the Heroes Global Summer Circuit. This is the C Regionals happening right now. We are in Group A, I believe, between Black Sheep 5 and Relics. Over in Group B, which we have covered the first 2 matchups, we saw all 4 teams play. Resurgence lost out to Sabun Gaming, while the Resistance lost out to GDG9, both winning their respective series 2-0, which put them level on points at the top of the group right now. Resurgence as well as the Resistance has some ground to make up for. Hopefully they will be able to do that in the next matchup. But over here instead in Group A, Renovasho starting out strong, winning 2-0 against Hothead Gaming from Thailand as they secure their slot at the top of the group with a nice 2-0 win. Now in this matchup, we have Relics going up against Black Sheep 5 with the winner of this game here joining up with Renovasho at the top of the group. Will it be Black Sheep 5? Will it be Relics? We'll just have to wait and see. Still waiting for the teams to finally join up here. I'll let you guys know when we're about to start. But again, quick shout outs to our sponsors. Razer, our official peripheral sponsor, guys. Make sure you guys check out some of their stuff that we have on hand, as well as XSplit, our official streaming partner. Make sure to check them out because without them, we wouldn't be able to bring this live broadcast to you guys. As mentioned, I'm over here in Singapore on site where the 2 Singaporean teams, Resurgence and Relics, are playing against each other. Hopefully, we'll be able to get a short interview with one of the team players later on. See if I can bring on Trinity to the stream after this matchup before they go up against Renovasho in the next game. So hopefully we will be able to get there. I think there's some tech issues happening right now because I think one of the players from Relics has not actually joined up. Not too sure what's going on, but hopefully we will be able to fix it. Again, sorry for the delays, guys, so far today. We will have a total of 6 matchups today. As the round robin group stage is happening. So we've covered 2 matchups. This is just a bonus as we were supposed to bring you Relics going up against Renovasho. Unfortunately, Relics are still in their first matchup series against Black Sheep 5, bringing this to a game deciding number 3. So we'll just have to wait between wait for this game to actually finish off before Relics are able to play against Renovatio. So maybe between the next two games when Relics is going up against Renovatio, we'll be able to bring on Trinity or someone from Relics to do a short interview on stream with you guys. But yeah, still waiting for the teams to ready up here. I think they are still joining up into the game. Again, thank you for those of you tuning in. If you've been with us from the beginning, we've had a long series of Heroes of the Storm, and it's not about to end just yet. We went through all the qualifiers from each country that led up to the finals of their respective countries, where we narrowed it down to 2 finalist teams from each country going into this SEA regionals, where 8 teams are fighting it out for that one spot. There's no cash prize on the line. There is some merchandise here for each team, but most of the teams are just playing it out for that first place to make it to the globals that's happening at DreamHack in Sweden, I think sometime next month. So there's a lot to play for because it's a full expense paid trip to go and try to play in globals. Last circuit, we did see Renovatio representing Southeast Asia. This time around, will they be able to get that title back and represent Southeast Asia again? Or will one of the other teams like Resurgence, Relics, or even Black Sheep 5, or even GDG9, who have been actually performing really well, be able to take the crown away from them? I think it's a much closer matchup this time around, though, between the teams. So it's going to be really, really interesting for us. Over on the blue side, we do have Black Sheep 5. Scrub is going to be playing the Falstad. Dikaza is going to be on the Thrall. Saphira, I believe, is going to be on the Muradin. Let me double check that as I can't really see. Yeah, he's going to be on the Muradin. Yamato is going to be on his Arthas, I think. And Malfurion is going to be played by Bebe Rexha, the new player from Vietnam. Not too sure why he's using this account. But he is, of course, known as Musica as well. Over on the red team, we will have Team Relics representing the Singapore flag. Bun Bun is actually from Malaysia, which is funny. But Bun Bun from Malaysia, but playing for Relics in Singapore, is going to be on the ETC. Mer is going to be on the Uther. Zaze is going to be on the Zeratul. Zessen is going to be on Reina. And Trinity is going to be playing the Li Ming, his staple mage push-out. Shout out to my mom by Dikaza too. So again, if you want to do your own shout outs, if you guys are watching from the stream, do head over to twitter.com and tweet at us HGCSEA. Again, tweet at us HGCSEA, and your tweets could be featured on stream. Okay, so do your shout outs to your favorite players, to your respective countries, to your family members, whatever it may be. Tweet at us at HGCSCA. I think one of the admins are on standby to check out our Twitter, as I think the game is about ready to get started as the Gs are being called out. Nope, just as they say G, wait is going. So the G, there's some confusion going on between these two teams. Again, both sides are 1 game apiece right now, and the winner of this game will take the entire series and the 3 points that goes along with it. Will Relics be able to continue on with their winnings from the previous game, or will BS5 be able to secure themselves this win? We do see Scrub fly towards that watch point, gets it, as the rest of the red team now rotating towards that bottom. It does look like they want to try and actually go for this tower. It does look like they in fact want to do so. Zeratul in that bush is going to be able to cancel out a couple of those mounted creeps, mounted heroes. Here comes Saphira, no stun just yet, as power slide by Bun Bun. He is able to get away from danger at that bottom lane. Now Black Sheep 5 again just rotating back towards that middle lane. Zaze is there. We do see Mer heading towards that top to go up against Faustad, who has pushed out that lane too. Because is at that bottom. He's a Thrall, of course. He should be able to clear out the creep waves pretty fast, and he should be fine. So both teams just playing it pretty safe right now, but with Black Sheep 5 does look like a little bit more aggressive. Admin, I do want to let you know Black Sheep 5 and Resurgence on the overlays the other way around. It is BS5 on the blue side, in fact. Yeah. So we are going to swap that around. So just so to cancel out the confusion for the people on the stream. Because at the bottom lane, taking quite a bit of damage. Middle is fine as well. The two Sky Temples are going to spawn up right now as Falstad himself could be in some trouble. He is having a skirmish between Mer. Arcane Orb not going to connect there as he will be able to barrel roll back to safety. So, for those of you that were confused, Black Sheep 5 is in fact on the blue side and Relics is on the red team. It just was a overlay problem, guys. So, do forgive us for that. We are only humans. Middle Sky Temple is going to get controlled by the blue side for now, but it does look like the red team wants to push them away. Top lane, Falstad having a pretty hard time again. The Li Ming and that Uther as well. Blue side trying their best to control this. Red side, Bun Bun is going to have to back off here. It does look like they're just going to trade it off and give it away. Here comes Zaze though. Zest N as well is still there. Here comes Bun Bun in the side with the face melt. Along with the power slide in on Saphira, he gets taken down so quickly. Not enough heals coming out from Beberexa. As Malfurion unable to keep Saphira alive, and down he goes. A nice pick off there for Relics as they get that first blood kill. Now Zeratul scouting around, trying to maybe set something up here, but it does look like he's just going to rotate towards that bottom lane as now both Sky Temples occupied by the red team. Blue side are falling behind on EXP right now. BS5, they definitely need to try and step it up a little bit better, as we do see Scrub just waiting it out there. He's unable to actually go up against Li Ming at the top. Now we do see a Stormbolt connecting onto Bun Bun along with a Moonfire. But that's going to be all. Top lane though, we do see Trinity along with Mer now pushing in at that top lane, taking down this upper fort really quickly. Along with the help with the Sky Temple. Not down just yet. We see the stun coming out onto Scrub, but now Scrub with the Hammerang along with the Lightning Rod wants to dish out quite a bit of damage onto Mer, who drops straight below. Bun Bun though coming in from the side, no power slide just yet. And Scrub will be able to barrel himself back to safety with Yamato and Beberexa heading towards that top lane. Saphira at the middle playing the Muradin going up against Zessen. Should be fine though between the two teams, two players, as they're just having a slight of a skirmish. Troll at the bottom lane, just pushing out the lane as much as he can. Zessen now just pushing along the outer parts, now moving towards the siege camps. He will be able to pick up the siege minion for himself. The blue side will be doing the exact same thing. Falstad still at the top lane, playing it really safe though against Bun Bun. I definitely expect him to be a bit more aggressive here. It does look like he just wants to wait it out and just continue on with the soak, which I definitely disagree, especially when you're playing with a Falstad. I think he's just really cautious about the Zeratul. Now middle lane though, Arcane Orb again gonna connect onto that Artis. Saphira from the sides though, maybe trying to set something up there, but will not be able to do so. Here comes Bibirexa from the bottom. Goes in, Mer is there all alone. Li Ming is joining up with him though. Arcane Orb is probably gonna be used here. And it's going to connect onto Saphira, who takes quite a bit of damage. There we see the stun coming up onto Trinity as well. Trinity is going to be able to blink away. And that's going to be all as the blue side decides to push down the bottom lane. Now the rest of the blue side just rotating around as they head towards their own sets of siege camps. And they're going to be able to push out those lanes. ETC now. And Trinity trying to be a bit sneaky here, waiting in the backside of the brush. Beberexa has to be careful not to get caught off here. Reina coming in along with the power slide. Malfurion could be in some trouble as he gets face melted back. And with the burst from Trinity, down he goes. Malfurion out of the fight early on. Bun Bun himself though, he could be some trouble. Lightning Rod going to be used. Root by Artis going to connect as well. ETC with no power slide. Not going to be able to get away as he falls. Saphira going to be able to dwarf toss himself back to safety. A nice 1-for-1 trade as Malfurion dies in favor of the red side while ETC died in favor of the blue side. Now the temple is going to be activated as they head towards the bottom. Blue team is going to take control of this bottom Sky Temple. That's going to help them out quite a little bit as Malfurion makes his way back towards the Clash side. Does look like they will be able to get off the final pokes of that damage. And that's going to be it for the Sky Temple. So both teams, Relics now still actually one level ahead. They are going to get their heroics first. They have been soaking a lot better. We do see Zeratul picking out the Void Prison Mosh Pit on the ETC. I believe Laser Drill is being picked up by Tychus there. Li Ming with the Disintegrate. So finally we're going to see a Disintegrate. It's been a long time since we see Li Ming pick up the Disintegrate. Going with the Teleport build as well. And the Vine Shield being picked up on the Uta. BS5, they're definitely not going to try and fight this out right now. They have their lanes pushed out, and I don't think they can take this fight not having level 10 as well. Bun Bun goes in with the power slide, not going to connect onto anyone. He's now instead going to get stunned out a little bit and taking some of bit damage. Zay is coming in from the back line. Will we see a Void Prism? Not just yet. Disintegrate going to be used to take down the middle fort. And the blue side, they're just trying their best to get their level 10 right now. Level 11 though on the red team as they do pick off another fort at that middle. That's just further extending their EXP advantage. But now Heroics are going to be picked up by the blue side. We do see Avatar being picked up. Tranquility coming up from Malfurion. Mighty Gust there by the Falstad. Sundering by the Thrall. And now we see Saphira jumping in with the Dwarf Toss, but Mighty Stormbolt not going to connect onto anyone. Mur comes in from the side. Sundering not going to connect onto anyone as well. Really unfortunate from both sides. And now Zay is taking quite a bit of damage. Going to be able to blink away to safety. Dikaza could be in some trouble himself, but the stun there going to be used. Mighty Gas going to be thrown out as well to disengage. Here comes the Dragon by Arthas as all the ultis are thrown out by Black Sheep 5. Just miscommunication there as it did nothing. So not too sure what they were actually trying to achieve with that. They went in, Muradin missing out on his stun. And he even spent the Dwarf Toss to go in on that too. And that was just a little bit unfortunate there for him. Now both Sky Temples are going to spawn up as we do see the red side. Trinity along with Zaze and Mur heading towards that area. Falsta could be in some huge trouble. He's going to get bursted down so quickly as he tried to get the watch point. Nice Void Prison now catching 3 because they're going to be the sole person on point. There comes the Arcanop doing quite some damage to Saphira. But that Falstad, man, just getting caught off position now is going to force them to fight this 4v4. Saphira now in some trouble and down goes the Thrall as well. The burst coming out from Li Ming. Just too intense to deal with. Avatar going to be hit by Saphira as he gets away. Tranquility going to be popped up as well. Here comes the Disintegrate as Yamato is going to have to back off. But Scrub is going to respawn right back up. The Root is going to connect onto the Zeratul. Divine Shield going to be used to keep him alive as he blinks away himself. So good play there by Zaze as he gets away. But it is going to be a 2-kill advantage for the grid side as they again pull a talent here ahead over the blue team. So Black Sheep 5 are playing catch-up throughout this entire game so far. They did take the first game in this best of 3 series. Unfortunate for them, they will not be able to do so. I think just a missed chat there by Scrub. I don't think it was meant for any BM or anything. As now the blue team has to be careful. They definitely can't take these fights just yet. Saphira though is going to get caught off here by a power slide. He's going to be able to Dwarf Toss away. Stormbolt in. Arthas Root is going to connect onto 2 as well as they try to retreat in and get out of there. They are going to be fine just for now. But the red team, Relics, they are in full control of this game. Now Zeratul trying to set something up from the sidelines there. Moving in. 3 levels ahead so far for Team Relics. Zay is going to get spotted out here by the Hammerang. Saphira not going to follow through with anything there. As now the rest of the red team Relics, they are actually going to just go for this boss here. Will the blue team actually know about this and retaliate? Laser Drill is going to be used to take down this boss as well. It does look like Saphira is moving towards that area. He is going to be able to scout this out, but he is going to get pinged away. They are going to actually take down the boss here. Not too sure if they are going to be able to stop this. We do see a Mighty Gust being thrown out along with Arthas with the ulti. This could be the turning point for the blue side. Tranquility going to be popped. Nice Void Prism connecting on 2. Down goes the Falstad. Zeratul going to fall as well. Dropping really low. Nice Mosh Pit. Catching out 3 there as Troll finally falls himself. Trinity able to blink away. Nice Disintegrates as he gets the reset. The red team will get control of the boss. Yamato now going to fall as well probably. Malfurion, the sole survivor of that fight, and he's going to have to back off. Really unfortunate there for Black Sheep 5 as now Relics push through. They will get the boss. They will start pushing down this bottom lane. This keep is in some trouble. We do have a replay available, so let's take a quick look before the next fight is about to happen. As you can see there, Saphira went in a little bit too late. We did see the Mighty Gust from Falstad placed in a really good position. He only catching the Murdo. Arthas come up with the ulti there as you can see. Divine Shield thrown out onto the Tychus, doing quite a bit of damage himself. Nice Void Prison there catching 2, and then the Mosh Pit connecting on 4, and that was basically it. And the resets coming up from Trinity just doing too much damage, and down they went one by one as you can see from those death timers. Falstad, Muradin as well as that Thrall, all 3 falling there in that fight, along with the Arthas as well at the final part of that clash. So they lose 4 and they're right now still 3 levels behind and a full talent here behind themselves as well. So this is going to be a really tough battle for Team Black Sheep 5 to actually get back into this. Next set of Sky Temples are going to spawn out. It's going to be the Soul Sky Temple at the top lane. It does look like the red side should have full control of that as well. There's nothing Black Sheep 5 can do about this. They are going to try and fight back as best as they can. They're picking up a couple of camps. But their lanes are constantly pushed out here and they're under so much pressure. It's just so hard for them to deal with this. Saphira, along with the rest of his team now, though, making their way towards the top lane. I don't think they want to try and fight this out. They need to try and narrow the gap down a little bit, though. They want to maybe try and pick off on a couple of those heroes and not lose out on that clash entirely. Now Bun Bun making his way around, waiting at that brush, trying to set something up himself. Here he comes, though. No mosh pit, no power slide just yet, as it does look like they just will deal with this walls to try and open up the gates a little bit for themselves. We do see Trinity blinking in, trying to clear out the creep wave a little bit. This is fine. That's send out a couple of magic missiles trying to harass down that keep the blue side. Will they be able to have a successful defense in this? The red team is applying a ton of pressure. We do see a stun out on Bun Bun. No follow through. Dikaza, wow, that damage. Pretty crazy. As we see all 5 magic missiles connecting onto that Dikaza. He will have to back off, in fact. And now the red team, they are just trying to poke down those keeps little by little, so that when the next temple spawn, they will be able to get full control of that and push down those lanes a lot easier. It does look like they are making their way towards that middle, though. This time setting their sights on the middle lane, and it is slowly getting pushed out. Trinity playing it really dangerous. He is going to be able to blink away. Zay's going in as well for the poke. Stun out now onto Bun Bun, but that's not the hero they want to go up on. Look at their positioning here by Relics. They're doing a really good job in terms of their positioning, the blue side. They have to be careful. They're almost reaching their level 16 as well. Next set of Sky Temples are going to spawn out here as the red team again rotates towards that bottom, trying to take out the bottom keep. And the blue side, they definitely don't want to lose this keep just yet. With the next set of Sky Temples about to spawn, they don't want the creep wave automatically pushed out by the creep wave. So the red team are just going to back off, pick off on a couple of more siege camps before they make their way towards those Sky Temples. The blue side is still struggling to get their level 16. I think they should be able to get this after this creep wave. No, not just yet. Maybe one more. And they should be able to get their level 16. Watch point going to be picked up by Saphira. That's going to help them a little bit. But here comes Bun Bun from the side. Stun now going to be thrown out as well just to harass him a little bit. They are going to get their level 16 now, so they are leveled on talent here. So this is the time to fight for them. They have narrowed the gap down by about 1 level right now. We do see a stun now coming out onto Bun Bun, and this could be trouble for Bun Bun. He's going to be able to power slide away. No device shield just yet. Sundering going to be thrown out, splitting the teams into Disintegrate, doing quite a bit of work. Here with the Altis ulti, nice Mighty Gust going to throw them back. Bun Bun finally going to fall here. Laser Drill going to be used up. Void Prism catching onto Tree, but there's no Mosh Pit to follow through. Yamato, he's dropping really low, but being so tanky with the new rework, he's going to be fine. Thrall going to go down due to Zay. Zeratul is going to try and blink away the Trinity with the reset. Going to get off his Disintegrate yet again. They take down one more. Arthas is going to fall. And after a good start by the blue team taking down ETC, they will in fact have to back off here as they lose 2 in the form of Arthas and that Thrall. So things are not looking too good for them as their lanes are getting pushed in. Siege Camp is pushing down that bottom and Saphira has to deal with it. The red side will be able to pick up that Sky Temple pretty easily and probably get up to the top one as well. And that's going to be trouble for them. These towers are dropping really quickly. And in fact, they could actually lose this right here. I believe that Temple is going to take down really quickly. And they have to deal with this Sky Temple. I think it's GG here if they actually don't go for this Sky Temple. Zeratul is just going to come in and do a couple of pokes onto this core. But the core is losing health. It is losing damage. Scrub is trying to defend this and maybe stop the push. Zay is coming in from the back though. This is looking really grim for the blue side. They need to mount a attack onto this Sky Temple because he's dishing out quite a bit of damage here. Now Mur could be in some trouble himself, but Zeratul is in the backlines and I think this is going to be GG. Li Ming is there as well. There's nothing that they can do about it at all as the skirmish is happening there. The red side just goes in from the backlines. And Relics will be able to finish them off. After dropping game number 1, they will come back strong, taking both game number 2 and 3. And that's going to help them push them to the top of the bracket alongside Renovasio as they win this out 2-1. Black Sheep 5 losing their 3rd and final game. they are going to drop down, not drop down, they are going to lose their first matchup here. I believe their second matchup is going to be against Hothead Gaming, which we will be covering later on. I think the next match is, of course, going to be Relics going up against Renovasio. So they just finished off this game. We'll just have to wait, and I think we're going to give them a really short break, like a 2-minute break to go to the toilets or whatnot. So guys, make sure you guys stay tuned because lots more HOTS action coming your way, and we'll be right back. Score taking quite a bit of DOT damage himself. Bunban now in with the power slide onto BYY. He's going to get taken down just like that. Condemn going to be used as well, but look at Zace, he wants kill. He goes in for the throws, and he takes down the Johanna, and Relics is doing it. They take down 3.